I'm Nicole Martin, and we begin with breaking news.
Both directions of Highway 6 remain closed as the SIU and the OPP are finishing their investigations. People who have arrived here at Terminal 3 today say they're happy to be home and they're happy to be safe. 2/3 of the state of Florida are currently without power, and it's going to take weeks to restore.
You've probably seen her as a reporter during the week, but then on the weekend, she's delivering the evening news. Nicole has had aspirations to work in television broadcasting for almost all of her life. Her story is quite inspiring to new reporters just getting into the field. She began as a volunteer reporter for Cogeco when she was only 15 years old.
So my mom was driving and she heard on the radio that Cogeco was looking for reporters. So I went for an audition. I was the youngest one, I think, there waiting for an interview. And yeah, they gave me the position. So it was pretty amazing. But I think that's what really sparked my passion for journalism and wanting to get into TV news.
From high school, she tried to get into the Ryerson Broadcasting program but was waitlisted. She then made the choice to attend Waterloo University for a bachelor's degree in speech communications, where she practiced and honed her skills in public speaking.
They're the only school in Canada that has a speech communication program. So you do a lot of public speaking. You would have, like, one of our teachers would have a basket of items. We'd have to pick something out and then get up in front of the class and talk for 3-4 minutes, just straight, just talking about it. So I thought, okay, this is a skill set that could definitely help if I do decide one day to go down the journalism path.
It definitely took her in the right direction, but she knew she wasn't done with school yet. Nicole then went on to Fanshawe College for some deeper learning into reporting and broadcast journalism.
A lot of people who graduate with a Bachelor of Arts are left thinking, okay, now what do I do with this? Like, what jobs can I get into with this? I started looking at programs where it was really hands-on, and Fanshawe had one that it's a post-grad program, and it's like really broken down into 6 months, and then you do an internship. So you're getting in there. First week, you're given a camera, a tripod, and you're already learning how to use Avid and how to edit. And it was just, I felt like real life experience, which was great.
That decision is what got her foot in the door at CHCH.
We would have people come to our class from different networks. And so the executive producer from CH came, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Okay, perfect. So I had my resume ready. I was just ready to go. I wanted to get in with CH. And so it was great because he did have a relationship with my professors too. So they gave me a good reference, and I was really hoping to do my internship with them.
However, CHCH wasn't accepting interns at that time, so Nicole was told to apply for a part-time writer's job. She told me about how being persistent and being willing to adapt is what truly got her the spot.
So I applied for the job, and I wasn't hearing anything back. I had sent emails, I had made phone calls. And so I just remember that it's just so important to be persistent. And so I kept on with it. But I thought, okay, at least once a week, I'm going to be like, hello, it's Nicole again. Just wondering if you've had a chance to look at my demo, or here's an updated resume. And so he finally gave me a call and asked me to come in for an interview. So I went in to CHCH. I was just so excited, so pumped up. We watched my demo, and he was like, your voice is a little high. As soon as I got back to London, to Fanshawe, I took out a camera, took out a tripod. It was like a snowstorm. I didn't care. I went out on the street and I redid stand-ups. I practiced lowering my voice. And so I sent it to him that night just to say, thank you so much for taking the time to interview me. Just wanted to send this along. It's an updated version. I've lowered my voice. And then he called me, I think the next day or the day after that, and gave me the job.
Her persistence is also what made her a reporter, and shortly after that, an anchor on the morning live show. However, it took her several months to get that chance to go live for the first time. But Nicole says that she benefited more from observing and learning as a writer before having that opportunity to go on air.
While you're writing, you're seeing other reporters go live or do a reporter story, and you're getting a feel for it, and you're understanding how the shows work, how they're formulating their packages, what types of information they're leading with, things like that. So I think that not getting that shot on air, as soon as I walked through the door, that's a really good decision, that you really need to get better at your writing skills it helps you in the long run, without a doubt.
Nicole shares that she loves the unpredictability of her job and how each day sets a different scene.
If there was a bigger story that would break, we would then drive and get to the other scenes. Like, you just never know what you're going to do. Everything could be changing all the time. And then there's other days where you could be doing something very serious. You could be at a fire, or there could be a murder overnight. But then the next day there could be like a massive snowstorm, and you have to go out and have a good time and like make snow angels and just have a blast.
However, there is a side of the job that makes reporting difficult. Nicole, along with many other reporters, have faced extreme hate on social media, death threats, and sexual harassment. She told me about some of the hatred she's had to face.
You know, there are people that just want to come on and bring you down no matter what. I would get tweets at me being like, oh, you're so dumb. You're a dumb blonde. One guy pretended like he was going to drive his car into me, telling me I'm fake news. It was the backlash on social media that really got me, because people were sharing my picture. People wanted to know where I lived, where they could find me, where they could beat me up. Extremely vulgar things were said online. It's just a matter of trying to realize, okay, some people just want to get on here and say whatever they want, and it can be hurtful, but you can't read into it. You just need to keep focused on doing your job and take what your bosses say. Like, if my manager told me that I need to work on something, that's what I should care about. That's what I need to focus on. But if everything's good and they're happy with your performance, then don't let things like that upset you and bother you.
But the unconditional support from the broadcasting community is heartwarming.
I was getting messages from reporters in Ottawa. I had messages from reporters out in BC of other women too, saying, hey, like, I've gone through this as well. Like, you know, just know you have our support. And that's just so nice to hear. The community is really growing as well.
Nicole Martin is living proof that positivity and dedication will take you where you need to go. She's a strong believer in telling people to be their own advocate and to push yourself to your limit to get to where you want to be in life. This is Nicole Martin.